G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League today, and as you can see currently 96 wins out of 140 battles, so not doing too badly. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below, but today I'm going to be running the same team recommended to me as I did in my previous video. So if you want to check out any of my old videos, I do have a playlist and I'll link that now so you can check it out. But otherwise, like I said, hit that subscribe button and we'll jump into the battle. So I'm 96 out of 140 so far, so not huge numbers of games. Don't play all my sets every day, but let's jump in and get it started. So in the Ultra League, and going to be running in the Open Ultra. So running Articuno, Giratina, and Swampert. So Articuno with Ice Shard, Icy Wind, and Hurricane. Giratina with Shadow Claw, Dragon Claw, and Shadow Sneak. And Swampert running Mud Shot, Hydro Cannon, and Earthquake. So let's see what we get. Hopefully we can get matched up with some nice matches to start with. Hitting a Venusaur would be alright. Just trying to think of what else is good against for Articuno. And Togekiss is one of them, so absolutely outstanding. Expect them to swap out. And Togekiss absolutely destroys my Giratina. So I'm going to swap that in, even though it's questionable, because Swampert will do so very well against this, so potentially should have thrown Swampert in here. But the reason I didn't is because I know that my Giratina has just no play against Togekiss. So swap that out and let's see what they want to do. So coming through with the Rock Slide, they're going to have a couple stored here. Yeah, was back-to-back Rock Slides there. Going to get me down to just below half health, but that's absolutely fine. Going to look to try and farm up a little bit of extra energy here. Going to go straight into the Shadow Sneak and hopefully do enough damage to be able to then farm down. Let's see. So they decide to shield that up, so interesting. That's fine by me. Able to get to another charge move, so Shadow Sneak coming through and going to get a second shield. So what are they? Okay, interesting. So they wanted to preserve their Melmetal and come back in with the Togekiss. So very interesting play there. Yeah, I'm not sure about it, to be completely honest. As you can see, through comes the Icy Wind and just absolutely destroys that thing. So I know they've got energy on the Melmetal and they're going to come in, and I'm going to need to shield up. I think they're going to have enough for 2 Rock Slides. I'm going to need to shield up both of those, but let's see what they want to do. So also the Fast Move doing super effective damage as well, so going to need to shield this one up. Rock Slide, again, double super effective because of the ice and flying type of Articuno, so really not ideal for me. So looking to over farm just a little bit. I don't want to get too greedy and then be hit by a Rock Slide, so I'm going to throw this Icy Wind, and it should be enough to KO at this range, even though it is going to be resisted. It is, and let's see what comes out. Out comes the Swampert, so that's fine with me. Can I get there first? I'm able to get to the Icy Wind, and that's going to be enough to say, well, we'll see if they want to play it on, but with my own Swampert, they're going to have to throw energy here, and there it is. So looks like I just got ahead of them with the Icy Wind, but Hydro Cannon comes through, doesn't take me out, so I'm actually just going to swap into my Giratina here. They're not going to be able to charge me down with Fast Move, farm me down either, so I'm just going to make them throw more energy if they decide they want to, but at this point they say good game and off they go. So didn't even get to see the Swampert there, but happy days, able to take that match. So the reason I swapped into my Giratina there is because I wanted to force them to throw energy. Obviously I was getting the Swampert down low enough, but to mean that when my Swampert came in, it'd be one Hydro Cannon away, but I didn't want them to have back-to-back Hydro Cannons or be able to get to 2 before me, so I wanted to force them to throw energy. So out comes the Gramble, so not ideal, and again, I want to avoid this with my Giratina. I'm expecting them to let this go because Icy Wind is not going to do huge amounts of damage, and they do let it go, so fine with me. And then expecting them to throw, so possibly a medium bash, maybe a close combat, maybe a crunch. It is the crunch coming through. Still want to shield that up, and then going to look to farm a little bit of extra energy here, and I'm able to farm all the way down. Let's see what comes out. So just able to farm that down. They have got the shield advantage, but I've obviously got a charge move stored, and I have got unfortunately, they were able to get a fast move through. I think Empoleon came out and was able to get the waterfall through, which is unfortunate, and they don't shield that up. Let's hope I can get to another one. No, I can't get to another one. So Empoleon comes out, had a Charmer on the lead. I'm expecting Empoleon double Charm, just in a slightly different order. So I'm going to bring out my Giratina, and it's actually a Charizard in the back. So that works out for me. Going to overfarm just a little bit here. Want to, yeah, get a little bit of extra energy there so I can disrupt their counting if they're doing it. They decide to shield that up, so that's absolutely fine. Going to throw the next Mud Shot through. Going to let this one go. I'm hoping it's a Dragon Claw, and it's the Blast Burn. But as you can see, Blast Burn still does a reasonable amount of damage, but I know they've now got no energy. So I want to count those fast moves up again, get a little bit of extra energy there, and throw the Hydro Cannon. So let's see what they want to do. They're going to let that go, and it's got a little bit of health, so that actually doesn't work out okay for me because they're able to get to another charge move. So I'm going to shield this one up, and let's see what it is. It is the Dragon Claw, so yeah, what are you going to do? So out comes the Empoleon, and it's going to throw energy straight away, which is fine with me. Would have been good to CMP tie there, but it is what it is. Because I'm running Shadow Claw, and Shadow Sneak, so Ghost type fast move and a Ghost type charge move, this isn't too bad. So I'm going to be resisting all the water damage here, and they're going to be taking neutral damage from my Ghost type moves. So had I been running the Dragon Breath, obviously that would have been resisted, so not quite as good. So at this point, they see how much damage it does, and they say, good game, and off they go. So I was charging up to back-to-back Dragon Claws there, and going to take that game. So good game right there. Was able to, take the win. So jumping into the next one, and let's see what we get. So hopefully we can get another decent lead. So I wouldn't say Granbull's a great lead, but it's fairly neutral, to be honest. As you can see from the matchup, it was a very close game, and I was down a shield, but I also had a lot of energy. So let's see what's in next. So Snorlax comes out next, and it's going to be throwing those body slams. So got to be careful of the body slams. They do, and the licks. The licks just add up. They just cause a lot of damage. The other thing is I need to make sure my Giratina avoids this matchup. It does not want to be matched up against the normal type of Snorlax, because it's just going to do absolutely no damage with its fast move and be having to rely on the Dragon Claw damage. So get my first Icy Wind through. They decide not to go for the debuff, and again going to overcharge by 1. Hopefully that was another CMP tie, so I was able to get to my second Icy Wind before they're able to get to their charge move, and they don't throw. So expecting them to swap out here, which they do. Get to another Icy Wind, so going to throw that Icy Wind now, and then swap into my Giratina. So Icy Wind goes through, they don't shield, and then I swap into the Giratina because, again, I don't want that matched up with the Snorlax. Snorlax does have a lot of energy, but obviously the energy is not going to be very useful if it swaps into this matchup. So going to let this first one go, and is the Earthquake. So that's the right play. Earthquake is going to do a lot more damage. I'm going to store up back-to-back Dragon Claws, but I was just a little bit slow. So going to let this one go as well. Hopefully it is a Hydro Cannon, and it is the Hydro Cannon coming through. It just does not do much damage. So going to throw the Shadow Sneak here, and it doesn't actually do a huge amount of damage. So they let that go, and it still doesn't sort of, yeah, do huge amounts of damage, but that's fine. Going to commit to the farm down now. Again, I think this is too fast to be a Earthquake, so going to let it go. Hoping for another Hydro Cannon, and it is the Hydro Cannon. So happy days for me. I'm going to be able to farm all the way down. Got a lot of energy stored here. So let's see what they want to come out with. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Letting their switch clock go. So out comes a Gengar. So going to throw the Dragon Claws because expect them to shield this up regardless. So there's the first shield. Let's see if they want to throw a second shield up. So there's the second Dragon Claw coming through. Will they use both shields for this? Let's find out. Yes, they will. And now I've got to try and get to the next Dragon Claw before they farm me down, but I will not be able to do it. So what to do here? So I think both shields are down for them. So I'm going to come in and look to farm a little bit of extra energy with my Articuno, because I want to be able to throw the Icy Wind onto their Pokemon. Let's see what they want to do here. And unfortunately, they're going to be able to farm me down. So that's really, really bad. So I'm going to come out with the Swampert here. I'm going to let this first one go, and it is the Shadow Punch. I've got two shields. So Snorlax comes through. I'm going to shield this one up. Expect it to be completely honest, the Body Slam. And it is, but still want to preserve some health on this thing. So, as you can see, they had a lot of energy stored on that Snorlax, which I knew about. I'm going to let this one go, and it's another Body Slam. So happy days, able to survive that pretty well. Going to not overcharge too much. Don't want to get too fancy. Just want to throw this energy, take out the Snorlax so they can't get to another Body Slam. And that lick damage is just oppressive. Out comes the Gengar. It is super glassy, so just need to get to this Hydro Cannon. Able to get to the Hydro Cannon, and that's going to be a good game. So Hydro Cannon comes through, takes out the Gengar. Happy days, able to take that game. So wanted to save a shield in case the Gengar had like a big hitting Shadow Ball move. That's why I saved the shield, rather than using them both for the Snorlax match. So it sort of puts them in an awkward position where they can only double Shadow Claw, Shadow Punch, where they can double Shadow Punch rather than throwing the big hitting move. So Giratina on the lead for this one. Really good lead for me. Expect them to swap out straight away, and they do. Out comes the Entei. Okay, interesting choice. I'll meet that with the Swampert, and at that point, they say good game, and off they go. So no idea what they had in the back. Assuming the Swampert had like Iron Head and Fire Blast maybe, so they just went, ugh, goodbye. Possibly running Flame Charge, but who knows. Sure, lots of people know a little bit better than me in terms of what that matchup might entail, but they didn't want to see it out, so off they go. Save us all some time, but it would have been good to see what their last Pokemon was. Anyway, we move to the next one, and we finally hit the mirror match. So in this one, I think the play here is to try and sneak through an extra fast move on when they're throwing their first charge move. They're not throwing, so I'm just going to throw mine and try and deny that fast move, and I was able to deny the extra fast move, which is absolutely outstanding. And they let the first Icy Wind go, so that is massive for me, because they're now debuffed, so I can let this go, and it will do less damage. As you can see, they're in the yellow, and I was not. So really good for me, and unfortunately there I wasn't able to deny that fast move. I'm going to throw the next Icy Wind here and see what they want to do. They're going to let that themselves get debuffed again, and then I was able to get the fast move back there in between my fast charge move being thrown and theirs, so very good, able to get that one back. They're going to throw that energy, and as you can see, they're in the red, and I was in the yellow. So as you can see, very much important to get that first charge move off, especially when they decided to no shield it. And now they're shielding one up, so huge play for them there. I'm actually going to mirror this because I know that as long as, well, I can beat them to another charge move and I can hopefully farm them down and have energy to throw on whatever comes out next. Unfortunately, this is taking an age because we're both debuffed to Oblivion. Let's see what comes out. Because it took so long, I actually got enough energy to be able to throw an Icy Wind on whatever comes out next, and it is a Swampert, so happy days. Works out really nicely for me, able to throw the Icy Wind. They're 100% never going to shield this up because I'm obviously debuffed to Oblivion, so it's not going to do very much damage. But because they're running, well, because it's Mudshot on a flyer, they have to throw energy here, which is just hilarious. So they throw the Hydro Cannon, absolutely outstanding for me, because they throw that or they get debuffed a second time, which is absolutely brutal because I was able to debuff them right at the very start. So let's come in with my Giratina here and let's see what they want to do. So I'm going to throw the Dragon Claw here. Expect them to take this first hit and then get out of there to clear that debuff. I don't expect them to throw energy here, but they're staying in, so fine. Not sure what they have in the back. Gonna let this go. Again, because it's debuffed, the worst it's going to be is Earthquake. It is the Earthquake, and as you can see, it does still do a reasonable amount of damage, but was able to survive that pretty well. Again, because it's been debuffed, happy days. So able to throw the Dragon Claw, and they shield up, so what have they got in the back? So out comes the... Ooh, they've got their own Giratina altered, so just going to go straight for the Shadow Sneak. Probably should have just been going Dragon Claws here. Would have been good to be able to catch something, but unfortunately they decided to wait, throw the Dragon Claw, and as you can see, it does do a little bit of damage, so going to no-shield that one, and I just need to get to this Earthquake, so really wanting to get there. Unfortunately, they get to probably back-to-back charge moves here, so probably back-to-back Dragon Claws, so there's one. Let's see if they want to throw a second one. Going to over-farm just a fraction. Don't know why I decided to get a little bit greedy there, but I mean, I did, and it paid off as well. It didn't pay off, but I didn't die, so happy days. So out comes their own Swampert. Going to throw energy. I'm going to let this go because I want to save my shield. I've got health on my own Giratina, and then that's going to be enough to get to the Dragon Claw and take them out. So they're not going to be able to get to another charge move, or they're not going to be able to get to 2 charge moves because I have that shield in the as well. So happy days, able to get to the Dragon Claw, take that out, and win the game. So was pretty successful in that one, so thank you very much for the team recommendation. Was able to go 5-0 there, so another 5-0 is really nice. So at level 17, so not hugely, well, starting to get up there a little bit more, but able to go 5-0, so happy days with that team comp. Articuno on the lead there. That debuff is works out an absolute treat. And we've got the Scrafty as the reward, so throw that Pineapple Berry. Let's see if we can actually get a excellent throw. We can't, and that is why you wait for the attack to happen before throwing. Otherwise it just bats your ball away and you miss your throw bonus. So anyway, it is what it is. Was able to catch it in the end, get that extra candy, and go 5-0 in that set. So like I said at the start, if you're new to the channel, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. Help me help grow the channel, and we can try and improve together, because as you can see, I was able to go 5-0 in this one, but I still not have perfect play, so always good. And up to rank 18, happy days. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.